Hey guys, it's Wednesday. We are halfway through the week, and I'm back here doing a live stream. Yesterday we were talking about sort of motivation for practice. I didn't really call that when I was going into it. So just so you know, when I'm coming into these, I have an idea of what I want to say. But and I have some thoughts, but as they come out, things might get jumbled. It is a live stream. This morning, I wanted to elaborate a little bit about that because yesterday I was talking about one of the main things to help with practicing is to find your passion. And you can also sub in the word motivation for that. So what is your motivation for learning guitar? So today I want to talk a little bit more about passion because there's a lot of reasons that people want to play guitar. One of the most common reasons now, and I think it's been common for a long time, especially with parents and their kids, is they want to have their child play an instrument because they've heard all of the good things that music does for your brain and the connections that it makes and all of that stuff. And that's great. But I don't know if it stands up as being enough of what I would call passion. Like maybe it's a result, but it's not passion. It's like saying I am going to eat this kale because it will help me lose weight. But I promise you, if that kale doesn't taste good, I'm not eating it, And it's the same thing with music without the deficit of calories. Like if I eat kale instead of a hamburger, I'm at least going to have that calorie deficit. With music, you don't really see any results if your goal is I'm going to do music because it'll make me better at math. And so that can't be your passion. So my advice for that situation is if you aren't listening to music, start listening to music. Find the kind of music that you like and start figuring out how to learn it. And that's the way I would do it, because another passion killer for most beginning students is you are so excited about learning this, and then you get a teacher or a book that throws a bunch of theory at you to begin with. Hate to break it to you, but music is not theory. Theory is something that explains the way we do music. It is not, there's no one way to do music. And so if you don't start out learning what you want to learn, first of all, you're not going to get very far because you're going to be bored to tears. You're going to put down the guitar. You're not going to see the point. And second of all, the theory is not music. Music is something that actually causes us to feel things. Theory is an explanation of why it might cause us to feel things and why we construct things together in the way that we do. And yeah, it's good to learn, especially if you want to write songs and things like that later. Not exactly the best place to start. I heard Victor Wooten in his book, The Music Lesson. He talks about, he explains music as like the way we learn to talk. And when we are doing music to begin with, we're afraid of making a mistake. And as kids, when we're using our words for the first time, we make mistakes all the time. He calls it jamming. He says, as kids, when we're learning a language, we're jamming constantly because we're throwing new words out there, seeing if they work, and continuing to learn. With music, we feel like we have to find the right way to learn. And I'm telling you here, that's just not right. It's just not right. Find what you like, start learning it, and if you need any help, come my way. I think that's it for today, guys. Hopefully that was helpful. I hope that I was able to string a couple of ideas together. I mean, I just finished my whole coffee. It is 7:30 in the morning, and I had a lot of ideas coming at me. I'll think through this again, and I'll come back tomorrow if I missed anything. But we are going to keep going down this rabbit hole of passion, and also what parts of things like music theory you should learn, because you don't need it all unless you're writing songs. If you're writing songs or if you're trying to sight read, then yeah, you'll need a little bit more. But tomorrow, I think that's kind of what I'm going to talk about a little bit. So today was passion. So to wrap up, if you're not listening to music, listen to it. Find what you love and try to learn it. You don't have to be perfectly. You can play, newsflash, you can play along with your song on the guitar like you're playing bass. So you can just play single notes along with the song you want to learn to start out with. The thing you're learning to move around the fretboard. You're learning the string names, you're learning note names. Actually, you're probably learning more note names than if you started with chords, because a lot of people start with chords. They don't know what notes the chords are made of. They just know the form that they're playing. And it's like, I know a G chord, you know a G chord. And then the second thing I would say is to just start small, because you've got to get into a routine and follow that that passion. And I'm afraid somebody's going to come in soon, and I'm trying to finish this up. But if you have any questions for me, guys, leave those in the comments below. And like I said, if you're on YouTube and you're seeing a replay of this, then come over to Instagram and you can see it live. See you next time.